What's up, everybody? Season is over for the Bills and 19 other teams, so you don't have to feel that bad. But it's a tough way to end the season with two huge losses to divisional opponents. Get outscored 72 to 10 in the final two games. It was ugly. I mean, as much progress as you think the Bills may have made, in the season, despite being, 4-10 going into the last two games, they just show that they aren't there. They just clearly show that they aren't there. And mind you, Brian Brom started against the Jets and whatnot, but Fitz was terrible against New England, and New England's the best team in the league, record-wise. But it was ugly. It was ugly. I was there. It's hard to watch. But it is what it is. That said, Bills finished 4-12. You know what? We got a little bit of excitement. We got about as much excitement as you can get from having a bad team. You know what I mean? I mean, that's tough to maybe comprehend, but we go 4-12, which is pathetic. It's bad. But there were some exciting games to watch along the way. They were fun to watch at times. Heartbreaking as well, which is standard for the Bills. But they finished 4-12, which sucks. Admittedly, it sucks. But then they get the third overall pick. You know what? So they got a very good draft pick, and had an exciting season without making the playoffs, sort of, if you believe in such things. I want them to win games, don't get me wrong, but at least they were exciting to watch and not boring, check down, whatnot offense. Just terrible. Either way, season comes to an end. Fitzpatrick shaves his beard. Looks like a 12-year-old boy again. But that's not what we're interested in Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think he came in and did well. Adequate. Threw for 3,000 yards exactly, which is cool. Kind of funny. Threw 23 touchdowns, which it's nice to see somebody on the Bills can throw 20 touchdowns. Had 14 or 15 picks, which was tough. And he looked, I don't know, sketchy, at times. Just I'm skeptical. I'm still skeptical about him. Do I want him to start next year? Yeah, I think I do. I want some sort of continuity. You can say that, we need continuity for a 4-12 team. Why would you want to continue the losing ways? Because I don't think that was all the problem. I think it's part of the problem. I don't think Fitz is a long-term solution. I think he's next year's guy, though. Luck's not coming out, so get that out of your head. Maybe Cam Newton, maybe Blaine Gabbert, maybe Ryan Mallett. We'll talk about that later. We're just reacting to the season right here. Fitz he wasn't franchise material, which we're all begging for. You know what I mean? But he was adequate, like I said. So I think he's going to be the starter next year. He should be the number one going in, because he's got that chemistry with most of the guys. There's going to be guys back, too. I think the line should be better, healthier. Everyone will be healthier. So you're going to get Lee Evans back, assuming they don't trade him. Might be trade fodder. I don't think so, but he's due to make a lot of money. Anyway, talk about that later, too, maybe. Roscoe Parrish will be back, which I'm excited about. I think he was just awesome. Put a new dynamic in the offense. Nobody runs the slot better on this team than Roscoe Parrish did. David Nelson will still be there. Marcus Easley will probably make the team. And then, sad to say it, Donald Jones or Naaman Roosevelt, one of them is probably going to get cut. But that's the nature of the beast. The problem, though, for the Bills was more so on defense. Because the offense was okay. It was okay. It was okay. They didn't score a ton of points. They didn't score a lot, actually. They got one outlier where they scored 49 points, but other than that, they didn't score that much. I hate to break it to you. Let's read off, shall we, the Bills' point totals this season under Fitzpatrick. We'll do under Fitzpatrick to be fair. 30. Nice. 14. At home. Terrible. And one was garbage. 26. At home. Good enough, but one was garbage. They lost. 34 on the road at Baltimore. Awesome. 10. Terrible. 19. Gotta give me more than that. 14. 49. 16. 14. 13. 17. 3. Other than the first a couple of games there, it wasn't dynamic. So get the whole Fitz forever thing out of your head, if that is in your head. The Bills will need a quarterback at some point soon, I think. But I don't know if next year is it. Maybe they draft a guy in the second round, maybe like Christian Ponder. Maybe they come back into the first and get Locker or Cam Newton. Like I said, I don't know what they'll do. And I can't really comment on that at this point. But I think Fitz is a starter going into next year. And if they draft a guy, he'll ride the pine behind Fitz for a while, which I'm okay with. Better than just tossing him in there. Not everybody's Sam Bradford or Matt Ryan. But I would love to have one of those guys. Like I said, the problem more so was on defense. The Bills allowed 2,714 rushing yards. 2,714? Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. That tells you what they need to do in the draft right there. They need to get a big defensive lineman. They need to get a Nick Fairley or a Marcel Darius or somebody like that. They need this, or Daquan Bowers. I would love Daquan Bowers, but I think he's going to go number 1. But they need somebody that can help them stop the run. They fired inside linebacker coach Damani Cross. I mean, that's just finding a scapegoat, I guess. Will Postlesny be back? Another good question. I think they need him. You might think, he was just third in the league in tackles. He makes all his tackles 5 yards downfield. Yeah, well, so did London Fletcher. London Fletcher's having some good seasons with Washington still. I don't think he's, the best guy to have at middle linebacker, but he's a good guy to have. Andre Davis will be back next year. Is he fantastic? No. But he'll get the job done. Sean Merriman's coming back. Dante Whitner's gone. By the way, I like bringing back Merriman because why not? Why not? Let's see what the guy can do. See him play a little bit. And Whitner's gone, like I said. Dude is out his mind. Just lost his bird completely. Thinks he's worth $7 million a year. Mind you, he was 5th in the league in tackles this year, which should never, ever, ever happen for a safety. But the guy is a surefire tackler. I'd like to see him back, but not for $7 million a year. He gets fried by the tight ends, too. And if you follow him on Twitter, the dude is nuts. No disrespect, Dante, but why do you keep running your mouth and wondering whether Buffalo loves you and so? Just do your job. Don't put your contract talks on Twitter. I don't care. I mean, I care, but I shouldn't be hearing it from you. Keep that, it's business. Keep it business. You're a little insane. Have fun with the Browns next year, whoever signs you. Anyway, do we need a corner? Patrick Peterson might be available. Prince Amukamara, is that how I pronounce it? I don't know. If Florence walks, McGee keeps getting hurt, McKelvin's struggling. The Bills have so many needs. And I don't think I want them to pass on the possible next Champ Bailey if Peterson is that guy. But like I said, they need a defensive lineman too. They just got needs all over the place. So reacting, basically, this is the longest video I've ever made. Holy crap! This is Final reaction to the season is you went 4-12. Bottom line, this league is about wins and losses. That's not good enough. 4-12 isn't going to cut anything. We missed the playoffs 11 straight years. 11. Our schedule will be easier next year. We're not going to be at Green Bay. We're going to be at Dallas and at the Giants. But it's not going to be that as hard as it was this year. I mean, you're still looking at New England twice, the Jets twice. But you draw the AFC West. I mean, the Bills just... We keep thinking they're going to take the next step, and they never do. Chan, do what you got to do. Buddy Nix, do what you got to do. Make this team better. We've seen flashes of it. We just need to see some consistency, some continuity. It's bottom line what it comes down to. Wins and losses. How about not starting a season 0-8 too? That'll help. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming this far. It's the longest video I've ever made in my life. Wow. If you came this far, I really appreciate you watching. Anyway, it was a tough 2010. It was not easy. It was not a whole lot of fun. They were fun to watch, but heartbreakers. And if you're a Bills fan, if you watch this video, you are a Bills fan. And if you're feeling me, you're a Bills fan. Because you know what it is. You know what it's like to sit through these losses, to sit through these seasons 11 times in a row. Guys, I really appreciate it. Go Bills. I'll be back in a couple weeks. Talk draft, free agency. We'll see. All right, later.